basically just me giving myself a kick up the backside. I'm a little bit fluffy around the outside, but it's not about that, it's about how I feel. So I did about 3,000 steps and I was like, oh, I hate this, like I need to move. I'm mentally preparing myself to get hangry. Hello, I am back in the game. Sorry it has been a little while. Some of you might not have even noticed that I haven't been posting, but I am back in the content creating game. I've taken a little while to probably come up with a plausible excuse for not doing what I said I was going to do, and that was to produce regular content. Obviously it's been like 6 months or whatever since I retired. It has been a rocky road, that is for sure, and I think that has had a lot to do with it. I don't have, you know, loads of people asking me like, oh, what's going on with your Instagram or your YouTube, why aren't you doing it? So I guess for me, not doing it was just a way for me to cope. And let's face it, when you're having a down day, the first thing that I think of is not to, oh, I'm gonna get my camera and I'm gonna vlog this and I'm gonna let everybody see me when I'm having a total meltdown. That is not the first thing that pops into my mind. Yeah, for me, it's just not happening. So whilst in hindsight, it would have been nice for me to have kind of taken you on a journey to get me to this point now. Yeah, it just wasn't me. So there's times when I've had to just take myself off social media completely, have a bit of a break from it. Then there's other times when I really get in the groove of it and I'm enjoying posting and I feel like I've got loads of content. And then there's other times like Monday where I was just like, I have nothing to say on Instagram or social or any social media platform for that matter. So I don't say anything because I don't want to just put out content for the sake of putting out content, because I want it to be good quality and something that is actually engaging and not just doing it for the sake of doing it. So that basically brings me on to why I'm now here sat talking to you in a sports bra, because it is absolutely baking in this house. I do have a fan on, but yeah, it's not great. However, it brings me back to why I've decided to post this video. Now, if any of you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that I posted a picture saying start somewhere, and my caption was anywhere. Sometimes you've just got to make that first move and trust that the rest will follow. So today I'm taking my own advice and I'm going to actually do it rather than just say it and hope. That Instagram post is basically just me giving myself a kick up the backside and saying, come on, I've been saying it and saying it and saying it, I need to do it now. And it is to do with a number of things. It's not just to do with my Instagram and my YouTube and my blog. It's all around just me personally as well. There are times when we all just float. We just kind of float through life and we just do what we do because it's every day, you know, why not? And that's been one area of retirement, retiring from professional sport, that I've really struggled with, is not getting up every day with a purpose. When I was competing, whether it be during a summer training block or throughout the season, I always had an end goal and I always had a reason for me to get up every single day and push myself as hard as possible, physically and mentally and emotionally. At the moment, I have kind of a purpose, I guess, to get a job, and you know, and to fulfill what I hope to achieve, you know, outside of being a badminton player. Coming to terms with a lot of those things has been quite hard, because obviously I wasn't expecting to be retired at this point. I was hoping that I'd be on my way back from the World Championships in China. That hasn't happened, and I'm sat here in my apartment in London, which is fine, but it's been something that I had to deal with, and my way of dealing with it hasn't probably been as effective as I'd like it to be. So I set myself some goals. Last week I started jewelry service, which could be a whole nother vlog, because it has been fascinating. But anyway, I thought, right, I'm going to set myself some goals. I'm going to make a a plan and take it from there basically. I obviously have quite a lot going on at the minute, and I thought, you know, I need to just separate these things in my mind so I have a goal for each one. And the first one that I wanted to address was me and how I felt. Since retiring, I haven't gained a lot of weight. I'm a little bit fluffy around the outside, but I do feel quite self-conscious of it just because I worked so hard to be as lean as possible. And even then, you know, looking back at photos of me just after my wedding, I was so lean, like the leanest I've ever been, and yet I still wasn't happy then. So trying to put things in perspective and obviously see things from a different point of view. You know, I'm not training 3 times a day now. I spend my weekends with my friends, with my family, enjoying eating, drinking, cocktails, whatever I want, because I can. Like, I don't have to restrict myself anymore. So my first lot of goals that I'm going to tell you about are basically all fitness and body aesthetic based. It might seem ridiculous to some people. Some people might say you don't need to lose weight, you don't need to be a certain way, but it's not about that. It's about how I feel, and I think how I feel at the minute, I feel quite self-conscious. My wardrobe is full of clothes, and yet I do not want to wear any of them. I still want to try and go out and buy longer dresses and skirts and shorts just because I do not like my thighs at the minute. My stomach, like my abs, were the one thing that I loved about my body because they were there and I knew they were strong, and they made me better again from when I had a bad back. So having those slowly disappear has been quite difficult as well. So these goals that I'm going to read out to you are fitness and aesthetic based. At the moment, I am trying to lose some muscle mass. I don't need the bulk of muscle that I have. It's going to be very difficult because I'm naturally quite a muscular person. However, I also want to lose some fat. I just want to lean out again. I've done some measurements. I haven't weighed myself because that actually, for me, triggers off quite a lot of anxiety. It triggers off a lot of emotions that I had to deal with whilst I was a badminton player, and constantly being weighed and measured up against girls that are just a totally different build. So yeah, weight for me is something different. So I'm going for measurements. So I would like to lose 1-2 inches around certain areas of my body, and I will be happy with that. Another one for me is to drink at least 3 litres of water a day. When I was training full time, I could drink 3-4 before midday because I was training so much, and I sweat a lot. And in this heat, I'm sweating even more. But I am not a person that would just go and reach for a drink, so I'm trying to be very conscious. I have my lovely Sweaty Betty bottle with me at the minute. I also have quite a bigger one, a Swell one, which is beautiful. Trying to do my thing for the environment and not always collect plastic bottles because I used to do that a lot. So yeah, drinking lots of fluids, and I'm aware that will obviously flush out any bad toxins and all of that jazz whilst I'm trying to lose some weight. Another goal is to hit 10,000 steps a day. You will see in probably all of my videos and even photos of me when I was playing badminton. I love my Fitbit. I was a Fitbit ambassador when I was competing. However, I have kept the Fitbit going because I love it. I probably am slightly obsessed. I love just to see how you can track things throughout the day. Yesterday I had a day where I was literally applying for jobs all day. So I did about 3,000 steps, and I was like, oh, I hate this. Like, I need to move. My second thing on that goal, also to burn 2,500 calories a day. Now, this might seem a lot, it might not seem a lot for some people. For me, when I was training full-time, I would burn minimum 3,000 calories a day. So for me to burn 2,500 calories means that I'm active and I'm still using the energy that I have, but also helps me track actually the food that I'm consuming, how much of that I'm actually burning off. Hopefully this all makes sense. My final goal is to actually blog or vlog or just Instagram my progress over the next 21 days, because I think it's really important that not only do I make myself accountable for it, but also it's something for you guys to see as well, that I will have days where I'm going to go grumpy because I'm not eating as much food as I would like to, or you know, I'm gonna fall off the bandwagon. At some point somebody is going to offer me espresso martini and I'm just going to have to say yes, because it would be rude not to. That's okay though, because it's life. I want to enjoy my life, I want to have fun. So for me, actually it's quite important not to say no to social things. If we go out for food, I will just pick a healthier option, and I will make sure that during the day I'm really good. You know, the following day, whatever it might be, I will make sure I hit the rest of my goals. So I know that this has been very chatty, but for me this is the start of actually doing something. You will see that it's not going to be plain sailing. I'm mentally preparing myself to get hangry. If I don't show you all of those things, you will certainly see my progress and how I deal with these fitness and body goals. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you stay on this channel, this journey with me. Be sure you check out all of the socials below, and yeah, I will keep you posted.